What's up, everybody? Welcome to Toxic Hustle. My name is J Tragic Jeffrey, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about trading strategies within Bitsgap, and one of them that you'll be doing semi-regularly is updating bots that are out of range. Like you see in this image right here, we have a bot that's out of range, even though right now, if we look at my bot, it's semi in range, but we're going to adjust it. And I'm going to show you the reasons for the adjustment. And we're going to do it two different ways. So let me talk about what we're going to do. Right now, if you go down here, you see my Shiba Inu, it's out of range. We're going to get it back into range one particular way. And then my SEI is back out of range again because it was in range just a few moments ago. We're going to reset this so that it's back in so that we can redo this from a bear market strategy, which has less lines, because we don't want that much downside, to a bull market strategy in which we're encapsulating, trying to capture all of this downside, right? Especially at the price point that it is right now. So what we're going to do is readjust these. So let's talk about why. And the different ways we can do this. What we're going to do is stop our bot. So in stopping our bot, so we're going to deal with SEI right now. Okay, so underneath our bots, as I scroll down, I'm going to go down to SEI, and you'll see this little icon right here. That's your stop symbol. Now, in your stop symbol right here, you can cancel all open orders. This option will close all your open orders, the base currency and the quote currency from all open trades, and return your available balance. You can sell at the limit price. Your bot will get canceled and the system will place a limit order at its break-even price or at any price of your choice, or you can sell at the market price. We are not going to do any of these things here, not number 2 or number 3. What we're going to do is cancel all open orders because we don't want to sell what we've already bought. What we want to do is just hold on to that and move our availability to trade specific coins down a notch. What we want to do is be able to buy up more of this downside that we're not able to do right now because we had our bot down here. It moved up here. But because we only had this short amount of lines, when we created this bot within the bear market because this is over 2 months old. So you can see that as you click on your actual bot, you go into your bot and you scroll down, you can see that it's 2 months, 2 months and 6 days. So we're going to adjust this and change that. And then the next one, we're going to do a different way. The Shiba Inu, we're actually going to cause our bot to move down and potentially add more funds into this to be able to buy up more of the Shiba asset. So let's get started. We're going to start with SEI because I want to adjust this bot for a bull market. So what we're going to do is we're going to cancel our bot, scroll back up to the top, and we're going to just cancel all open orders. So our bot profit will be $251.34, 50.44%. That's not bad. So we're going to confirm, and now it's going to stop and cancel. We'll just wait for that to finish. Okay, now that that is done, we're just going to click done. And what we're going to do is start a new bot, go to GridBot. We're going to put SEI. Now we have our bot. As I tell you always, you want to manually adjust it because it has its grid steps, but we don't want to do whatever it's telling us. We want a 1.89 grid, and about 32 grid levels is fine. But during a bear market, what I typically do is I will look for this and want more upside. So let's say we'll only, like what we had was like 14 lines. This is typically what I would do during a bear market. So if it falls out, I'm not immediately chasing after it. But we're in a bull cycle. So what I want is less upside, even more less upside, and I want more downside. And you can see what I'm doing. Now, another thing that you can do is we can do some sentiment charting on this. So what I'm going to do is in here, in my Coinbase, I'm going to add a symbol, and I'm going to put SEI, and I'm going to hit the plus button to add it in there. And we're going to hit SEI. Now, if you follow, the video link in the description is my sentiment analysis charting video. You can typically get what I'm doing here. So what I'm doing is now I'm here on the monthly, and what I want to do is hit my Alt H, put my purple lines in wherever the monthly lines bounce to. So right here, so you can see in between these two right here, I want to put a line there. And then down here, I'm going to put a line right here. Oops. Right here, I'm going to put a line in between those two over here. Okay. So now what I've done is I've mapped out quickly where my major bounce points are going to be. So 64 cents, right around 64 cents is going to be where our bounce line or our sentiment lines are. We can also say 56 cents. So let's now look at our bot, go back here. And what did we say? 56 cents, right? So that would be right about there. It's about 27 lines. Let's look at that again and verify, because the next one is all the way to 25 cents, and I don't think we're going to get down there. So I think, yeah, 55 cents seems to be, 55 cents. So you can see 55.84 is this bottom line. So if anything, it's going to go to about 65 cents and bounce, or it's going to go down to 65 cents or 55 cents as a bounce point. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put my levels right where we talked about, 55 cents being a bounce point. So right between these lines right here. And I'm looking at this right here is where I think my bounce point is, even though I have some bounce there, little bounce there, but we now are encapsulating all of this. So how much did we have in our bot? Our bot was doing a, let's open that up again so that we can take a look at it. I think it's underneath our history. So let me just open this bot in a new tab real fast because I don't want to change what I'm doing over there. Let's go to history. And we had around $500 trading in this bot. We're going to do the same exact thing and have around $500 trading in that bot. Okay, so let's go down. Excuse me, sorry. Let us see, we have 600. We're going to move this down till about 500. There we go, 504 is now going to be placed into this bot. This bot will be trading in this zone. I'm leaving around 1, 2, 3, 4 sell lines at the top. I'm leaving all of this downside to 55 cents on the bottom, which I showed you why. And then if we just do a back test, 30-day results is around 10%. Of course, it could go higher, but in the range we're dealing with, it's around a 10% trade on what we're doing. Not bad. So what we're going to do is we have 26 grid lines. Actually, I'll move it up to right here and put 5 on that. Okay. And then we're going to continue. And then we're going to start the bot. Okay, it's now done. Let's look at it. If we go to bot actions and you hit modify, you can see our low point is 55 cents. Our high is around 93 cents. If we look at, and our grid stop is what we always want, is 1.89, and we want around 30 anywhere between 20 to 30 grid points. I don't need to go any further down. I didn't want to put that much cash flow going down to the bottom because I don't believe we're going to head there, because you can see it bounced right off the 61 zone with the last time it did it. And we already have our first buy and trade right there. So you can see it's already bought. And that is how we do an adjustment of one of our bots that has been out of phase or out of range, and we're putting it back in range and giving us more buy side by adjusting it. Now we're going to do a different way where Shiba, we're going to adjust our Shiba a different way. So how are we going to do that? Again, you're going to click on your Shiba. We're going to go up, scroll up. You see it's out of range. We have all this, but we're going to do this differently. See, because it jumped all the way up and bought in here. And now we're seemingly right here. So let's look at Shiba and see how it's been trading and where it's been trading. Because we have, if I look at it, let's look at the modify. We have around 19. I could adjust this to have more, because like I told you, when we're in a bull case, I really want more of the downside action. And I would like to have around anywhere between 25 to 30 grid lines, not this 19, because this is really short. But for this example, I'm not going to do what we just did. I'm going to let Shiba breathe, and we're just going to adjust it a different way. And I'm going to show you how. What we're going to do on this one, so just so that you can see how you can get there once you have a bot started, I'm going to hit refresh. What we're going to do is go to Shiba, which is out of range. Instead of stopping it, we're not going to stop this bot. We're going to leave it be. You're going to scroll up and go to your bot actions. You're now going to modify this bot. Okay. Now, once we're modifying, you see we have about $198 into this bot. What we're going to do is do trailing down. So this will allow the bot to trail down and will stop at a particular point. It will move this bot back down. So where do we want to move this bot? Let's again do the same thing we did with SEI. We're going to add a symbol in my trading view, and then we're going to put in SHIB. Then we're looking for Coinbase, and we hit a plus. Okay, now we have Shiba Inu sitting right there. Next thing we're on the monthly. We're going to scroll over, and we can see the mapping that we can now do. Now, Shiba's been higher before, so let's go get all of these points in. I'm hitting Alt-H so I can put a horizontal line, and I made my horizontal line purple. So purple is our... Oops. Keep hitting the space bar. Purple is royal. So we're going to make sure that these royal numbers keep hitting us. These are our major dip points, or our major lines, our major sentiment lines. This is where most, after all of the days and hours of trading, this is month after month where things settled. So we just want to see where sentiment was. I'm actually going to take the sentiment from here, not here. I like taking this is the furthest up, but it's the same, it's in zone. So I want anything closer in time. And then I'm going over here. Let me scroll this up some and move this up some. I'm going to go right here. You can see there's a line there that if you go all the way across, it's following. Put another one there. And this is, if you want to not do Alt-H to do the horizontal line, you can see Alt-H, horizontal line, you can do it from here. I just like doing the shortcuts because it speeds up me just mapping it and not moving it around and having to drag everywhere. And I'm going to go right here on the bottom of this right there as another one because it goes across the top there. Alt-H. And I could put another one there. I'm going to go ahead and do it, but I don't think I need to, but I'll put another one there. All right. So now we've mapped this out. So what do you see? It can go from 33.15. So I'm looking at these numbers back here. So 33.15 to all the way down here. And I could put another Alt H, another line right there, to 12.79. Now you've got 20.71 and you've got 25.52 as potential bounce points because they've been there before. This is where you see it beat its head right there at the top. We scroll this down. See, it broke through, but then it pulled itself right back. It didn't get any higher. Now let's go on the weekly and you can kind of see now how it began playing out. It shot up, and on this week, it broke through a line and came right back and rested underneath it. We go on the day. You can see how these lines play out. This is our, like again, link in the description for sentiment, my sentiment analysis video, how to draw sentiment on chart sentiment. So you can see it went above this line. It broke through a major line, it broke through another major line, but then fell right back through. Where's your potential bounce point? It's going to be right back at 25.87 and 20. Let me see. That is 2036. So 2036 and 33.15. So 33.15 and 25.53 and 20.36. Those are our potential bounce points as it's bouncing down, potentially getting back down to these levels if it decides to get there. You can see here, it broke all the way back down here, but then shot back up here. So it's been high, low, it spun all the way there on a day. So I'm going to set our lines since we're already kind of in this zone. I want to encapsulate catching all the way to 2027 since it already bounced off that line and just kept going. So 2027 will be potentially our low. So now that we know where our low is, let's go over here to Bitsgap. We are now in our bot and we can stop trailing. What did we say? 2027. Well, I have on the day 2039. 2027, 2027. So right around 2030 is right around there. So our trail could end up coming all the way back down to here. So what we can do is trail down to 2043 that we have there, or we can line it up manually and say 2027. That we are willing to trail all the way down to this level. Then we hit continue, and then we hit confirm. Now it's saying we need to add funds to the account. And this is where you had to add USD funds to the account to be able to have your bot be able to move down that way. So that is another way that you can do it. You'll add US dollars to your account, but I'm not going to do that because now that I'm looking at this 19 is annoying me and I want it to be 30. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did with SEI, but I wanted to just show you that was another way that you can do this. You would then just add capital to your account, and then the bot would automatically start trading and migrating it down. But in this instance, I want the extra grid lines that we don't have, because this is 9 days old, and I want to take it out of a bear ideal into a bull ideal, a bull strategy. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to cancel all open orders and hit confirm. That's now done. We are now going to start a new bot, and we know this is going to be for SHIB, SHIB, USD. We know that we need to go to manually adjust it to 1.89. We know we want to limit the amount of upside that we have, and we're going to keep that at 4 grid lines above. And then we said that we wanted to go anywhere below 2.27, if I'm not mistaken. 2.36. Yeah, 2036. Like was the bounce point. So we have 17. We don't really need it that much. 20. 36. So now we can manually add what that number is. How do we get that? That's the monthly grid line right there. That is the next bounce point, is 2036. So we just want to have that inside the bot, 2036. And the high, we have around 28 pip lines, which is fine by us. And actually, we'll give ourselves up until the top of these right here. So now we have 30 grid lines. And let's hit our Shiba Inu. We had $246.08. What we're going to do is put it at $250 of capitalization. Though we don't have $250 right now, that's fine. You know what? We're going to leave it as is and just put it at 230. We'll do 228 on this. We had, it was 246, but currently the amount we would have to invest would be causing us to have losses. So what we're going to do is just put it at the 230, the 99, which is the 1 million SHIB plus the 175 US dollars, because we have 228 USD. I don't want to have to add any more capitalization right now. So we're just going to let it run as is, because I added more capitalization to the other bot that I could have used in this one. So that's fine. We're just going to leave it as is, hit continue, and we're going to start the bot. The reason why I do 99% and not 100% is sometimes the bot needs extra cash flow to be able to put, to pay for fees to put it in the trade. So I won't do it at 100% capitalization. I'll bring it to 99% so that I'm guaranteeing myself that the bot will actually start. Okay, and it's done. And then let's just verify what we have on our bot. Our grid lines are 189. Grid level, we have 30 now. And this will take advantage of all of this downside. So now it's already made a purchase. So it's now going to take all of this downside into consideration and make these trades for us. So now we have our Shiba Inu bot trading. And that was a bot that generated in 9 days, generated us a profit of around, let's just use the total profit, the total P&L, around $77 in profitability. Because this is if it realized going back above the lines that we had. But since we canceled that bot, because there's purchases up here, since we canceled that bot, we're just going to take that. Our total was $77.46 here. Our bot over here for SEI was $205.39. And that's pretty daggone good for 2 months that this ran, and 9 days it was earning 5% for us. So we'll just let these now run and begin generating more cash flow for us. And that is how that's how you do your adjustments. That's how you take your out of range bots and put them back in range. I showed you how and what percentage we're now doing. You can add more cash flow to your bots. I put more cash into SEI than because SEI is a bigger play for utility play than Shiba Inu, which is just a meme coin. But Shiba Inu, of course, is going to have more volatility because more retail is going to buy into the fraction of a penny ideal over the, hey, this is $1 or this is 80 something cents. And all of this is to play out early. So I'm trying to get as much build up into these assets as I can, trading and earning more USD. That allows me to either A, add more to a bot, so add more cash flow to a bot where you can just click the plus button and then add more funds to a bot potentially. And this can, so as you're earning, you can just feed it and compound on your own. So that's it. I just wanted to show you this. This is important for you, your bot maintenance. Make sure that you look at the link in the description. Make sure you're getting your 7-day trial of their Bitsgap bot. Get it running. Try it out. I have the pro plan in which you get 25 grid bots, and you can see I got 15. I'm going to be working on adding more to the bot as we go along. But my name is Day Tragic Jeffrey for Toxic Hustle. I wish you well in your trades, and I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.